Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my 2018 AFL Grand Final tips and predictions. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So what a surprise this is. I had no idea in my mind it was going to be West Coast versus Collingwood. This whole time I just thought that Richmond were going to be in this year's Grand Final. Being a Richmond supporter that I am, I just got extremely excited and all that stuff. I just thought straight away that Richmond would probably be into the Grand Final, like a lot of other Richmond supporters did. Obviously, in my tips and predictions video for the prelims, I did actually think that it was going to be Melbourne versus Richmond in the Grand Final, but after making that video, like before the West Coast versus Melbourne game, I actually changed my opinion on who I thought was going to win. But as soon as I saw how hot it was going to be, I just rethinked my decision because I just realized I don't know if Melbourne were going to be able to deal with the weather. Like, it's just West Coast is going to have so much pressure thrown against Melbourne, and it's going to be extremely hot. A lot of the West Coast players like deal with this heat daily. Well, obviously Melbourne players, they don't really get this heat too much unless it's like summertime, of course. But yeah, I just decided to change my opinion and my prediction, and I was not wrong. West Coast ended up thrashing them a lot worse than what Collingwood did to Richmond. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that it's not a Richmond versus Melbourne Grand Final. I was kind of hoping for that, and I actually thought that's what it was going to be. Until, obviously, for some reason, just Collingwood shocked everybody and managed to beat Richmond. There was obviously a lot of things that happened for Richmond, which I might actually make a video on why I think Collingwood beat Richmond. But obviously, one of the main things I think was actually coaching, with the fact that Alex Ransom put on Jordan DeGoey and all that type of stuff. But that's a different story for a different day. And obviously, Eagles, just the weather and all that type of stuff. Their pressure was too much for Melbourne. Anyway, so my tips and predictions for the 2018 AFL Grand Final between West Coast and Collingwood, where I just don't know if I can decide. Like last year, I said Richmond, I kind of had hope and belief that Richmond, with all the momentum they had, would beat the Crows, and we did, and we ended up basically smashing them. I think we beat them, what was it, 48 points or something. It was a massive victory. I don't think that's going to be the case for West Coast versus Collingwood. I actually think Collingwood have, even though they've had all the injuries like all this year, they've actually run into a bit of luck. Obviously, with Nick Nat injuring himself, like earlier in the year, Andrew Gaff doing that really stupid thing that he did, like hitting Brayshaw in the jaw, got himself suspended for 8 weeks. Shepherd just recently injured himself. I think it was recent at least. I don't even remember. And then obviously Jeremy McGovern has been named to play against Collingwood. But I do think there is a 50-50 chance that he will not play. And that's obviously a massive out. And even if he does play, he might not be to like the best of his capabilities. He might not be able to jump as high or something like that, because he actually does seem to be pretty hurt, and I know he didn't train a bunch of times throughout the week. Look what happened with Dustin Martin and David Asprey for the Tigers. They were named in the side, and it was a really stupid mistake. Obviously, Martin couldn't even kick basically for the whole game. He had like 5 kicks for the whole game. Asprey, I don't even know why he was played. He was sick and all this type of stuff. Couldn't really do much. I guess he tried his hardest. We had to move him down to the forward line, which has been the first time we've moved him down the forward line, I'd say, over 2 years at least. So I don't know. I just think it could be a worry if Jeremy McGovern does play. I think they'd have to be 100% sure, and Jeremy McGovern would at least be 95% plus sure that he's right to go for the game against Collingwood, or they might actually have to take him out. I don't know, so I think Collingwood might have a little bit luck there, but then Collingwood supporters would say, oh, we got Elliott and stuff like that injured. I remember that I was talking to this one Collingwood supporter and he said something like that. It kind of annoyed me a little bit because Elliott's basically been out. I think he's been out for the whole year. I don't even know if he's played a game. He's basically injury prone at the moment, and if he just randomly came back in right now, I doubt he would even make a difference and would probably and most certainly weaken the side. So I don't know. I don't think a lot of Collingwood supporters can say that. Anyway, with all the injuries and obviously freshly injured players that West Coast now have, and at least 4 out of their top 10 best players are now injured, and obviously McGovern might not play, I don't know. This is like the hardest decision. I would still probably back the Eagles in to beat Collingwood, but I just really cannot make a decision on who I think will be, whoever will win out of Collingwood and the Eagles. I just think it will it will decide on the day. I don't know. If McGovern plays and he's 100% fit, I think the Eagles will win. But if maybe he doesn't, I don't know. I think Collingwood could win. I think it's definitely even. This has been one of the first grand finals that I'd say it has been even. I'd say Adelaide versus Richmond. A lot of people said Adelaide maybe would win, and then obviously Richmond have the home ground advantage. Sydney versus Bulldogs. I think a lot of people predicted Sydney would win. I don't know. Hawthorn versus West Coast. I swear everybody said Hawthorn was going to win, and it absolutely did happen. I don't know. I don't remember how many points Hawthorn beat West Coast by, but holy crap, it was a lot. Anyway, this is West Coast time to redeem themselves. I'm kind of hoping West Coast win. I do not like Collingwood, obviously, and they just beat Richmond, which makes it even worse for me. So I'm kind of hoping West Coast win. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or if you're new to the channel. And also comment in the comment section down below, who do you think will win this year's grand final out of West Coast and Collingwood? I definitely think it will be really close. Also, go subscribe to my gaming channel, link in the description down below. And my IRL channel also will be in the description down below. So you leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.